Uh, it's awful funny how Wendy handled it just like I thought she would, and that's exactly what I said on when I was up there talking to Alicia. Wendy handled it like I thought she would. She's not gonna be upset, but they're saying we all know the reason why he did it, why I clipped it. I clipped it because we're in the drama community, and one of the things we do in the drama community is call people out when they say stuff like that. That's one reason. The second reason is I thought Alicia should hear it, because I've had so many people jump into my messages and say, "Hey Brian, they said this." Hey Brian, somebody said that. Hey, and I thought Alicia would want to know. However, I did not know. I did not know this. Wendy keeps saying that she's dragged Alicia and this thing with Jonice that went on. I didn't know any of that. I didn't. I never saw it. That was drama, didn't have nothing to do with me. All I know is Jonice has always been sweet to me, and I've never seen her even get angry with anybody. I've never seen her be nothing but nice to people. That's all I've ever seen. Didn't see a fight with Alicia. I never saw that, but that wouldn't matter anyway. Okay, so everybody's over there saying he knows why he did that. Well, Wendy's. Why did you make all those clips? Why did you do that? Were you stirring up drama? Is this not a drama community? When people are talking shit that they don't want other people to hear, and it gets put out there, that is drama. That's why the chats fill up. They want to hear drama. And when someone is coming on here saying things like that, when they know they shouldn't be, and they're saying it in a place where they know it can be clipped, and then he says, "Well, I've only got 20 people in my chats. No one would have seen it." If you don't want people to see it, then don't put it on here. And I was listening to Steph up there. Glad to see her. Glad to see her. Oh, and Vinny's got this new thing, BryanSt.John. BryanSt.John. Who are you? Diane Simp Gerard? Vinny Simp JJJ? Is that what you are? I mean, when you speak up for somebody that happens to be female, does that make you a simp? I didn't even speak up for her. Is the thing. Laura doesn't need me. And when she said Vinny's a joke, she meant that. Remember, Vinny, you said you were going to take her down a long time ago, like as if you're the ones that were giving her money. I've thrown a 20 here and maybe 40 there or 60 one time in one chat for her, but I didn't just have to give her $700, and I didn't give it to her because I thought she was cute. And you're a stripper? You're a stripper? You were so fascinated with her being a stripper. Matter of fact, you had Laura up on your panel when Laura and I got into it, and I called her a cunt. All right, she was going at me too, and she knows it, but that's no big deal. And plus, she can handle that. She don't care. She knows she can be a cunt. But you were getting on me for just calling her a cunt, and you were saying that men should not act that way, and blah 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 blah. And you brought Laura up on your panel because she saw that me and you were talking about it. You brought Laura up on your panel, right? You didn't even know her that well. but you brought her up on your panel to, get her side out of why did I call her a cunt? Well, she really doesn't even care about that. And I knew that when it was being said. Fight with her is like fight with a dude. She don't give a fuck. But you were going to stick up. At first you were going, oh, she's calling you names and blah blah blah. But when she came up, you were just so fascinated by the fact that she was a stripper at one time. Then you started looking at her pictures and stuff like that, and you went from trying to resolve the situation to googly eyeing the shit out of Laura. Does anyone remember that? I do. And then a few days later, him and Dave, Laura used to fuck with Dave. I have no idea why she did that. I even got behind the scenes, like, what the fuck? But that was her business. But they were throwing money at her, right? They threw like $700 at her one night. And if you're here for money, that's going to get your attention. So, of course, she messed around with them for a little bit, as far as trying to get some money out of them because they gave money, right? But he went from googly eyeing Laura to just today. If you looked at yourself, and he's talking about her surgery, which she has lost a lot of weight, and that's what she wanted to do for herself. So whatever. So he went from that to that. Now, I mean, the guy's a flip flopper. The thing with me is I stay the same. I don't flip flop. I stay the same. I don't go with the flow. I don't ride them boats. Yeah, and Wendy handled it just the way I thought. She could be mad at me for whatever, for clipping. But at the same time, I don't have any ill will with her, and everybody knows that. I don't like Vinny. He comes on here and he sounds brilliant. He sounds like he's brilliant. Sometimes an accent, like, if Americans go somewhere else, they are fascinated by our accent. So you might sound brilliant, but actions are far much better than what words could ever be. No, he knew what he was doing. Yeah, I was clipping something. I didn't like it. For one, that's the first thing, is I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole semantics of the two people that were up there together talking. I didn't like that. Be honest with you. See, because I don't like two-faced bullshit. I don't like flip-flopping. Like when you're really nice to somebody to their face, but behind the scenes, you're not so nice. I don't care for that shit. That was another factor in it. We'll just let that sink in. That's me making a direct statement indirectly to a person. Like, what the fuck is this two-faced flip-flopping bullshit? I don't do that. I can't stand the dog that will lick your hand while it's pissing on your leg. Hypocrisy. I found a whole total different set of hypocrisy in between those two talking than anybody on YouTube is ever going to know. Just those two talking. And by God, I got receipts. Now, those behind the scenes that know what the fuck I'm talking about, think on that. Someone who's being nice as hell to you and laughing and cutting it up with you to your face. But behind the scenes, they're not so nice. That's what I don't like. I don't like fake shit. And I've never had to simp for Laura. The thing of it is, me and Laura have went at it worse than anyone else on here without going real life. I don't need to simp for her. She'll tell you, don't stick up for her. But see, that's what we do in the drama community. We talk about things people have done or said. So if nobody clipped anything, what would we be talking about? We'd be talking about, well, did you hear this over here? Well, no, show me. Well, where's your receipt? Did you see this? Did this person do it? No, I didn't. No, because clipping, that's a bad thing to clip, right? He knew why he did that. So so people come onto the drama community. They want to see a little Jerry Springer interactive type of shit. That's why we come here. That's why we come here, for the drama. Otherwise, we'd be off in another community and having nothing to do with the drama. So people come on here for the drama. They log on. They don't see any community posts about this said that, and this one said that, and this did this, and this person drove by here, and that person stole this, and this person's faking that. That's what we come here for. That's why people come here, right? So if people aren't, I challenge everybody, stop clipping. If you weren't in the live, don't discuss it again in another live. Don't make any community post about what somebody's said or done. And see what kind of drama community you got. You'll get, hi, how you doing? Oh, the weather's nice here in Ohio. Did you hear about so-and-so? No. You just have gossip. See, back in the day, you had gossip. Somebody could say, well, Benny Keys and Tiffany Marie ran off and put a big heart in a tree. And next thing you know, if there's no receipt and 20 people hear it, it'll be Benny Keys and Tiffany Marie have been married for 20 years and they got 3 kids together. So the clips are receipts and proof. The clips and the posts and the people discussing things and the titles of our lives will say this about this person, that person. That's what we come here for. And up on Wendy's panel, Steph was up there, and Wendy said, well, he said he clipped it for Alicia because Alicia should know. And I heard I lost my train of thought. I clipped it because Alicia should know. That's one thing, because Alicia asked me that. And I told her there were several reasons why I clipped it. One is this is the drama community, and when somebody's talking shit, that's what we do. 2, I thought she should know it. And 3, when someone is acting like they're the moral authority and giving out the best life advice out there, they should be clipped when, Wendy knew she shouldn't have said it. But it was on Vinny, and I put it on Vinny because that's the way I saw it, because I'm watching him while she's talking. He's up in the corner of the screen, and I'm watching him just smile like, yeah, I got you. Giggled as soon as she started. As soon as I put them bombs off in the little edit, the bombs off, Vinny started giggling. Then he comes back to, now he's backpedaling, and the people that the people that are watching this, they know it's all backpedaling because they got caught. There's really no reason for them to come onto a community where everybody can hear them. You never know who's watching. And say something like that and not be held accountable for it. I thought that's what we were here for. I thought that's what clip channels did. I've always clipped things anyway. Does it stir up shit? Does it give us drama? Well, the whole weekend's got drama now, apparently. And it's all my fault because I was up there talking shit about Alicia. It's all my fault because I was the one that was doing that. I was the one talking shit. If I hadn't been blocked over in his chat, I would have popped up there and I would have popped in the chat and said something. Because I've done it before with him. That's why he blocked me. He used to just rag on Molly all the time when I'd go in there and say, come on, man, cut it out, dude. What's wrong with you? Right? And he blocked me kind of for that. But if I was able to, like I said, I would have went in the chat and said something. And Steph said, I should have reached her in private. I know Alicia well enough to know this. Let me tell you, if I would come to her in private and say, hey, look at this, the first thing she's going to want to do is go live about it and talk about it. And, I thank God. I thank God that. Let me say this the right way. Let me say this right. I'm thinking because I don't want nobody to mix my words up. I'm glad that Alicia didn't come on here with something that was terminal, because people would do the same exact thing that they're doing now. If I hadn't have clipped that, there would still be other people out there making the same kind of comments that Wendy and Vinny were making, because that's what this community does. You're not going to come on here and say, hey, I've got 6 months to live, and everybody's going to agree with you. It's not going to happen. So you can be mad all they want. I don't care. All of our channels, all of us that create, all of us that put videos out on a regular basis have clipped someone doing something. All of us. So I got a clip channel who I did not appreciate it when she clipped me. I'll give you that. When she did that years ago and I was on here acting a fool and she clipped some of that shit, it's way down the line. She's got maybe 4 or 5. There's some that she did take down. There's some on V2. And this is how I met her. I was like, hey, could you take that down? She's like, no. And I never really had nobody say no after I negotiated with them a little bit, and said, hey, would you take them down? Most of the time people take them down, and there's no bullshit. Once in a while, you get people that say, well, you said it, you did it. And I didn't like it. But see, Wendy's attitude is she's angry that she said I'm blocked from her channel. That's fine. She didn't want me over there anyway. They would fuck with me when I went over there, so I quit going over there. She said I'm blocked from her channel, and that's fine. But like I said, Wendy popped up, and I was one of the first people that probably challenged her on taking a clip down. I did put a strike on her. I think that's why she started V2, because she had to be quiet for a week. I don't know. But I emailed her a couple times, and I said, if you don't, I'm going to put I even said, how about you just leave the clip up and take the comments out? Because the comments were pissing me off. And I was just honest with her about it. She wouldn't do that either. And so when you clip something, you stand firm on it. That's what you do. Anyways, Vinny's over there ranting and raving and ranting and raving and ranting and raving. But anyways, I'm not going to explain that anymore. So if you don't want somebody to hear something that you don't want heard by a bunch of people, especially when it's on a subject where the person that you're discussing isn't able to hear it themselves, then don't say it on a live. It doesn't matter how many views you got. Vinny said, I've got 20 people in my lives. No one would have seen it. Well, you got 13,000 subs. How'd that happen? Vinny, I'm not the most popular around here, and I've only got like 2,200 subs, and I got 18 of them in here. 17. How'd that happen? Remember, you said you've got blood on your hands, you piece of shit. Got blood on yours.